They're quick, inexpensive, and most importantly, make for a tasty meal. Japan's konbini lunches are a staple for people after an easy bite and want a bang for their buck. They're also subject to an 8% food tax, compared to 10% if you eat in. And in a country where cost of living pressures are weighing, every yen saved is a yen earned.
Yeah, would be good.
If the consumption tax were lower, it would be easier to go out.
Japan's food tax was introduced under the Shinzo Abe administration in 2019, but the late former leader's protege now wants to suspend it for 2 years. The timing of the announcement was notable, coming on the same day Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi dissolved parliament to pave the way for snap elections, and after Japan's main opposition party teamed up with the governing Liberal Democratic Party's former coalition partner Komeito to form a new party to challenge Takaichi at the polls. That could be a sign she feels the new centrist Reform Party poses a threat. Takaichi hopes the vote will expand the governing coalition's share of seats in the lower house. She's capitalizing on her approval ratings, hitting as high as 78% according to some polls. But support for her party, by contrast, stands at around 30% only. But the opposition's plans to scrap the food tax for good could add to the pressure. But experts warn any cuts could undermine the country's finances in the long term.
To be honest, while I support the idea of a tax cut in some ways, I'm also a bit cautious, so I'm not entirely positive about it. For example, one thing being discussed in Japan is a tax cut only for food items. But if it's limited to that, the tax for the restaurant industry wouldn't go down, while only the ingredients are taxed less. This creates an imbalance.
Regardless, inflationary pressures are likely to be front of mind for many voters. In Japan, food accounts for nearly 30% of household spending, the highest among G7 economies. And as voters head to the polls, the question is whether easing household budgets will end up taking a much bigger bite out of government revenues. Patrick Falk, Al Jazeera, Tokyo.
Don't miss out. Get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news, expert insight. Like, share, stay ahead.